Oh yeah, you're definitely standing.
But.
Stand.
Breaking news. Our top story is about a 13-year-old boy destroyed Wendy's because he didn't get what he wanted. He destroyed the Wendy's building because he didn't get a chocolate frosty. His name is Merrick Badan. Let's move to Grace O'Brien.
Thank you, Alan. I'm now live by standing near at the destroyed Wendy's restaurant, where Merrick Rodan didn't get a chocolate frosty and destroyed the entire restaurant. He also injured few of the customers and employees, named Donald Shortman, Chris Griffin, Mike Rock, Pickle Boy, Sean Till, and others who were injured. He even threw a TV at a teenage boy just for ordering the last chocolate frosty. I'm now gonna go inside the building. As you can see, the counter is destroyed, the seats have been damaged, the table and pictures are broken, and some or most of the food and drinks have been dirty and soiled. With me to report, it's one of the Wendy's employees. T-Bone Animate. So, can you please tell me and everyone on GNN News about what happened?
Well, a 13-year-old boy named Merrick Rodan wanted a chocolate frosty, but there's none left for him. So I offered him a vanilla frosty instead. But no, he got upset and asked if he can engage his mother. I was scared. Luckily, I didn't get hurt.
Thanks for telling us. Up next, we have Rick Sanchez and Morty Smith. So Rick and Morty, what happened to your food?
Meanwhile, me and my grandson Morty are eating Wendy's for lunch. We heard a kid throwing a temper tantrum just because he didn't get a chocolate frosty.
And he also ruined our food that we haven't eaten by throwing them on fire. But thankfully, we finished most of the food we ordered.
And we were crying after our food we haven't ate has been gone and dirty. Which could mean we should have went to another Wendy's.
Thanks for the talk, Rick and Morty. We now interview with one of the injured employees, Mike Rock. Okay Mike, how did you got injured?
I saw a 13-year-old boy throwing a temper tantrum with my own eyes. But suddenly, he threw a counter at me and I was screaming loudly to call for help. My chest was hurting so bad that I can't move it, nor even my knee. I was sent to the hospital minutes ago, and I was forced to sit on a wheelchair. The doctors even told me I have to sit on a wheelchair for a few weeks, until the day my chest and knee gets recovered, and if you're Merrick's family and neighbors, you have to pay the hospital bills for the people who got injured at Wendy's, except for those who got recovered.
Thanks for the interview, Mike. We now go to the other customer who survived and didn't get injured during the incident, Mark Alban. Alright Marka, tell me why you nearly broke your phone during the incident.
Well, I was calling and texting to one of my best friends named Sol Evans, but my phone's screen has got a little crack when a teenager destroyed Wendy's, and if my phone's screen gets glitchy, I will have to get an iPhone SE2 instead.
Thanks Marka. And now, we have one of the injured customers, Arnold Shortman. Arnold, how did you got injured while eating your food?
Okay. So, while I was having a 4 for $4 meal, I ate all of my fries, cheeseburger, and Coke as fast as I can when the black kid destroyed Wendy's. I vomited for eating all of my food fast, and the table has bumped my head and I was crying loudly, and he even reminds me of Sid and Stinky. Which made me so scared of him, if I see him again. Beat, his butt, right, in, the, ass. If he tries to tell my secret, I might feel. Those 3 kids always make me upset and feel scared. I will never welcome them to my house soon.
I'm sorry for what happened, Arnold. We have 2 family members of the injured teenager with blonde hair, Lois and Meg Griffin. The mother and older sister of Chris Griffin. Okay then Lois and Meg, how did you feel when your son and little brother got injured?
Well, me and my daughter Meg were scared and shocked when my son Chris got hurt by a counter and we heard crying from him and we had to call 911.
The reason was because he ordered the last chocolate frosty. His bone sticks out of his knee and foot and I believe he has an open fracture. And there was blood everywhere on the table where we ate. His jaw is also bleeding. There were bruises all over his body, except for his feet, neck and forehead.
The paramedics came here and they told us Chris will never walk for around 6 to 12 weeks. They tried best for him, but he's crying and screaming loudly in the ambulance and in the hospital.
They also drilled the chest tubes because his lungs are nearly damaged. and Chris was screaming and crying loudly that he almost broke someone's eardrums in the hospital. He'll even miss the events and premieres coming out later this year. From now on, we'll visit him at the hospital every 3 days until he gets recovered.
And he might stay at the hospital for around 6 weeks to 4 months, depending on his body. And that's all we have to say.
Thank you so much for telling us everything of how Chris got sent to the hospital. We have 2 girls who got scared and ran away, Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy. So girls, why did you 2 run away while you got to Wendy's before everything were damaged?
It's because Merrick Rodan was damaging stuff and we saw him injured some customers and employees. We ran away as fast as we can. But fortunately, none of us got injured or hurt. We were okay.
Besides, we heard 2 of the customers crying and screaming loudly when they got injured. We even felt sorry to those who got injured. That also includes their family who feel sorry for them.
And Merrick, if you're watching this, you should be ashamed of yourself for destroying Wendy's.
And if you step 50 feet to us or one of our friends, you'll be told to stay away from us.
Coming up next, we have a father and sister of Michael Green, also known as Pickle Boy. Charles Green, also known as the Angry Grandpa, his father, and Jennifer Green, one of his 2 sisters. Okay, Angry Grandpa and Jennifer, how was Pickle Boy?
He's doing fine, but suddenly, he hurted his back and head by getting slipped by one of the unfinished drinks. So we had to take him home.
But then, he started sleeping when he got hurt. So I had to put him in bed. Luckily, he didn't scream or cry for help.
And Merrick, the stupidest nigga, if you're fucking watching this shit, you must be goddamn motherfucking grounded by your parents, you motherfucker. I swear if I fucking see you, you stupid shit, I'll fucking rape you to death.
I agree with my dad. One day, I'll record video of you getting pranked by Pickle Boy when he gets better.
Thank you. We now live to Jackie Shu, one of the customers who ate their food before the incident. So Jackie, when did you got out of this Wendy's restaurant before the property and food got damaged and soiled?
Well, meanwhile when I finished my food from Wendy's, I got out before one of the other customers told his mom to engage him. And Merrick, if you're watching this, you're one of the worst students ever in the Los Angeles Unified School District. You dumb.
Okay then, Jackie Shu. And finally, last but not least, we have Larry King, the manager of this Wendy's restaurant. So Larry, how was your work from Wendy's today?
It was good so far, but a couple minutes ago, it turned bad. One of my employees told me about what happened. A 13-year-old boy was throwing and damaging the restaurant's property. Luckily, he didn't destroy my manager room. Because if he did, then I would get injured. And Merrick, if you and your family are watching this, you're banned from all fucking Wendy's restaurants until this Wendy's you destroyed will be reopened this summer. And you're one of the shitty motherfucking fucking reasons why 2020 is the worst nigga-ass goddamn year I fucking experienced. Next to the coronavirus. And you, your family, and everyone in your neighborhood will pay the fucking damages of the Wendy's property. The total cost will be $10,000. You motherfucker. You piece of shit. I wanted to be paid by before the last day of 2020. Fuck you. You stupid nigger.
And that's the time we have for GNN News today.
That's all we have for GNN News. Today, we'll be right back after the break. Up next, it will be about HBO Max's launch and what shows and movies will air in May 27th. And after that, we'll reveal the death total from coronavirus and how many people recovered from COVID-19 today. That's all we have from GNN News. Enjoy the commercial breaks.
Fluttershy, I'm so sorry.
Oh Rainbow Dash, it's not your fault. We should have gone to Wendy's earlier before Merrick got to Wendy's.
I know. What about we go to McDonald's instead?
Oh Rainbow Dash. You made me just think about it again. Let's kiss each other. Let's go to McDonald's.